Dear students, in this class we are going to see the wave propagation in good conductors. Already in the last class we have seen how to separate good conductors and good dielectrics using the concept of loss tangent, that is nothing but sigma by omega epsilon. If sigma by omega epsilon is very greater than 1, it is a good conductor. If it is very less than 1, it is good dielectrics. Now let us continue the wave propagation in good conductors by taking the condition sigma by omega epsilon is very greater than 1. Now once again recall the wave equation in the good conductors or conducting medium. Del square E is equal to gamma square E. What is gamma here? Gamma is nothing but a propagation constant. So gamma is already defined as gamma is equal to root of j omega mu into sigma plus j omega epsilon. 1 by meter, its unit is 1 by meter. So if you take this gamma and apply the condition of sigma by omega epsilon is very greater than 1, then you can get the wave parameters for the wave propagation in good conductors. Now let me do a small mathematics here. Here gamma is equal to root of j omega mu into, I am taking j omega epsilon as common, j omega epsilon into 1 plus sigma by j omega epsilon. So taking this to outside, gamma is equal to j into j square means j and omega root mu epsilon into 1 minus j into sigma by omega epsilon under the square root. This is because 1 by j can be taken as minus j here. Now I would like to take the condition sigma by omega epsilon is very greater than 1 for good conductors. This is the condition I am imposing. So sigma by omega epsilon is very greater than 1 means 1 can be neglected here, because it is the condition I am imposing here, because it is the condition required for the good conductors. That's why I can say gamma is equal to j omega root mu epsilon into, okay, then this is root of minus j into sigma by omega epsilon. Now I would like to take this root of sigma by omega epsilon is also common here. Therefore gamma is equal to root j omega root mu epsilon into root of sigma by omega epsilon into root minus 1 at an angle 45 degrees, because I can say root j is nothing but a phase angle. Phase angle means 90 degrees. What is root of 90? Means half of the angle. That means 90 by 2, 45 degrees. So I can say that at an angle of 45 degrees here. So if you just simplify this, this is equal to, means gamma is equal to, so what you are going to get? J, this is nothing but j, and omega root times it will go like this, and epsilon will be cancelled. So j root omega mu sigma, okay, at an angle, this is root minus 1 at an angle 45 degrees, that means root of minus 1 at an angle 45 degrees can be written as, this is equal to, from your mathematics, I can say this is 1 by root 2 minus j into 1 by root 2, I can write like this in the place of this. So j root omega mu sigma into 1 by root 2 minus j into 1 by root 2. Just multiply this, j into j square is nothing but minus 1, minus of minus becomes plus 1. So that's why this will be equal to root of omega mu sigma divided by 2, okay, and plus j into root of omega mu sigma by 2. This is nothing but the gamma. So what is gamma? Propagation constant. Propagation constant is the combination of attenuation constant and phase shift constant. That's why it should be equal to alpha plus j beta. That means from this expression, you got the real part as well as imaginary part. Of course, they are same. Their values are same. And if you take alpha is nothing but the real part here, this is the real part. And beta is nothing but this one, this is nothing but the imaginary part here. So just by taking gamma definition here and applying sigma by omega epsilon is very, very greater than 1. And I have found two components from this. One is the attenuation constant alpha here and the phase shift constant beta here. And of course, alpha is in terms of the units of Napier's per meter and this is radians per meter. Therefore, what is the conclusion here? Alpha is equal to, beta is equal to, the magnitudes are root of omega mu sigma divided by 2. Therefore, I can write here alpha is equal to, beta is equal to root of omega mu sigma by 2. This is nothing but the attenuation constant alpha and beta magnitudes wise they are same. So what is your observation, friends? Your attenuation constant and phase shift constant are also increasing with respect to the frequency. And they are increasing with respect to the frequency and as well as increasing with respect to the conductivity. But as it is a good conductor, it is having more conductivity. That is the reason alpha and beta are very large for the case of the waves which are going in the conductors. So this is the first conclusion, we got it. And once beta is known to you, then it is very easy to calculate the velocity of the electromagnetic wave in the conducting medium. So what is the basic equation required here? The velocity of the electromagnetic wave is equal to omega by beta. What is omega? Omega is angular frequency by beta means root of omega mu sigma by 2. This is. That means you can say this is equal to root times it will go here. This is root of 2 omega divided by mu sigma meters per second because this is the velocity. So already you know the velocity also. You know alpha attenuation constant and you know beta. Once you know beta, happily you can go for the velocity of electromagnetic wave. Because already in the last class I already told you velocity is nothing but omega by beta. Once beta is known to you, happily you can calculate your velocity. Exactly, if you know alpha, happily you can calculate your skin depth also. What is your skin depth? Skin depth delta is equal to 1 by alpha. So alpha is already known to you. So that's why it is equal to 1 over root omega mu sigma divided by 2. This is equal to root of 2 by omega mu sigma. This is equal to root of 2 by omega means angular frequency, that is called 2 pi f into mu into sigma. 2 and 2 will be cancelled. Therefore, it is equal to, delta is equal to 1 over root pi f mu sigma. 1 over root pi f mu sigma, which is called as skin depth. It is the most important parameter to be discussed. In the next class, we are going to discuss in detail this skin depth or depth of penetration, and we are going to do the problems on this also. It is the most important parameter to be estimated in the wave propagation, particularly in conducting medium. So, you know alpha, you know beta. From alpha, you have calculated skin depth. From beta, you have calculated the velocity. And what is the parameter that is to be discussed now? That is one more parameter you have to discuss is nothing but your intrinsic impedance. So, what is the impedance of the wave whenever it is actually traveling in the conducting medium? So, alpha and beta are nothing but attenuation constant and phase shift constant. Here itself I can say gamma is equal to alpha plus j beta. Gamma is nothing but the propagation constant. What is alpha here? Root of omega mu sigma by 2. That means you can write down gamma is equal to root of omega mu sigma by 2 alpha plus j times the same parameter root of omega mu sigma by 2. So you have estimated alpha, beta, gamma, velocity, eta except the intrinsic impedance. Your intrinsic impedance eta is equal to root of j omega mu divided by sigma plus j omega epsilon. This is nothing but the intrinsic impedance. If you multiply these two, it is called propagation constant. And if you take the division of these two parameters, it is called intrinsic impedance eta. And here remember, my dear friends, and sigma is very, very greater than this. Because for good conductors, sigma by omega epsilon is very, very greater than 1. This is. That's why I can neglect this j omega epsilon here. Therefore, eta is equal to root of j omega mu divided by sigma. Okay, j omega mu divided by sigma. So root j is nothing but a phase angle. That means root 90 degrees means half of the value, that is nothing but 45 degrees. That's why it is equal to root of omega mu by sigma, which is nothing but the amplitude at an angle 45 degrees, because root j means 45 degrees. J is nothing but a phase angle of 90 degrees. That's why this intrinsic impedance in the good conducting medium is telling there is always a phase angle of 45 degrees between the electric field and magnetic field. Because what is intrinsic impedance? Impedance is always defined as the ratio of electric field to magnetic field. So electric field to magnetic field ratio is nothing but intrinsic impedance, which is nothing but the phase angle. And whenever the wave is hitting the surface of the conductor, happily you can take the phase angle 45 degrees. That's why your eta is equal to finally root of omega mu by sigma at an angle 45 degrees. This is the expression you have to use for the intrinsic impedance whenever you are doing your problems. So this is about eta. And you know, this is already alpha and beta. From beta you have calculated the velocity. That means root of 2 omega by mu sigma. Now I can summarize all these parameters. Alpha is equal to root of omega mu sigma by 2, attenuation constant Napier's per meter, and beta is equal to same magnitude root of omega mu sigma by 2 radians per meter. Always remember the units, don't forget about this. And gamma is equal to alpha plus j beta, that is equal to root of omega mu sigma by 2 plus j into root of omega mu sigma by 2 per meter. That means 1 by meter. The unit is 1 by meter. So from beta you can calculate the velocity. Velocity v is equal to root of 2 omega by mu sigma meters per second. This is nothing but the velocity. And the skin depth delta is nothing but 1 by alpha, that is equal to 1 over root pi of mu sigma. This is nothing but the skin depth, depth of penetration, and in terms of meters the unit is. And the last and final one is intrinsic impedance eta. Eta is equal to root of omega mu by sigma at an angle 45 degrees. So you know alpha, you know beta, you know gamma, you know the velocity and skin depth, and as well as intrinsic impedance, ohms, the unit is ohms. So like this you can estimate all the parameters whenever the wave is propagating in a good conductors. So in the next class we are going to do some problems based on these equations. Okay, thank you.